everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well. This is the preview of West Ham's second home game of the Europa League Group A stage, where we welcome Greek side Olympiacos to the London Stadium for an 8 o'clock kickoff live under the lights on TNT Sports 1. Also previously known as BT Sports 1. As always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. And as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's some very nice retro gear in there, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron supporting food banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter to help put food on the tables for those who've been struggling for over the last 4 to 5 years. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, or grab yourself a nice polo as well for that matter, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So I'm not going to go into so much detail in relation to this side as I did for the away game. If you want to go and watch the recap of that, where we could talk about Olympiacos in more detail, go check the card out. It's up here on this little card. So basically, as a recap, as I say, we lost 2-1 over in Greece 2 weeks ago. I wasn't able to watch most of the game. From what I understand of it, it wasn't the best of performances, and that's kind of, bar the Arsenal game, that's kind of pretty much continued on over the last 4 to 5 games. I mean, let's not forget now, guys, our last victory was 5 games ago. You know, we haven't won in 4 games in the Premier League. It's getting a bit worrying now. It really is. But we'll come on to that in a little bit way longer. Now, Olympiacos' Europa League away form shows they've won 1, drawn 2 and lost none, scoring 3 and conceding 3. So they are pretty good at home, and they are pretty good away as well, for that matter. Now, players to look out for when it comes to Olympiacos away from home, Podence and Masouras, I think you pronounce that, are top goal scorers, both with a goal each. Podence is also in the highest assisters, along with the captain Fortununis, with an assist each as well, for that matter, at least at the time of this recording and the notes that's being done. Retos and Jovic are also top of the list of aerial duels won for the club as well, for that matter. There's not much else really to talk about. Injuries wise for Olympiacos, centre back Ferré, I think you pronounce that, is out with a muscular injury. Left back Ledner is out with an ACL tear, I should say. Abora may return from his injury from this game. Not really that evident as to what that injury is. Now, as I said, guys, there's not much to talk about really, because, you know, the game, we played them away a couple of weeks ago, lost it 2-1, as I said. You know, we obviously looking at turning to West Ham now in terms of injuries. First and foremost, Kurt Zouma has a 50% chance of returning this weekend from his knee injury. I don't think he's going to be ready for this Olympiacos game that obviously kept him out for the loss to Brentford, as we all knew. And thank you to everybody that subscribed during the watch along. We finally got over the 2,610 subscriber count. We're now on 2,614 at the time of this recording. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, by all means, please do like, share and subscribe. Put your comments in the comment section below, as always. As it's quite a short video, guys, I'm not going to be putting the timestamps. There's no real point. Now, also for that matter, when we are looking at West Ham, there is a lot of thought going around what the hell's going on. You know, personally, I'm not going to lie, since Saturday afternoon, I've been thinking about, is it the right time to sack Moyes and bring in an interim manager? Is it the right time to make sure that there's a real kick up the arse of a lot of the players? Because again, there was a lot of individual errors that were going on over the last few games. Or is this the time that we just stick with Moyes? He's a very, very well respected manager in the world in terms of football. You know, he's got a role in UEFA, as we know. He's got options. You know, there's a bit of a change going on in the background, as we know, but the power struggle crap that's coming out again is not correct in any shape or form, according to reliable sources. But something has to change. Maybe it's a change in tactic. Maybe it's a change of players to a lesser extent. I don't know. But Alvarez and Paquetá are back for this game, as they were suspended against the Brentford game, which is the reason why they played for Arsenal last Wednesday in the League Cup. So Are they the reasons why we can continue on that form from the Arsenal game? Is Antonio becoming more and more of a pantomime villain the longer it goes on that he plays for West Ham? Is him being rested for the League Cup the reason why we won? There are so many questions out there at the moment, guys, which I'm going to go into in a bit more detail in the international break, but I want to get your thoughts on that as well, for that matter. But so moving on to the last part of the video already, let's talk about the starting 11. Now, of course, as I said, there's going to be, as I said, there's rotation because it's the cup. This is the starting 11 that I would put out if I was David Moyes. Put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know the starting 11 that you would do if you were in Moyes' position. Not saying that Moyes is going to do what you're going to do. I want to get your opinions on this. But this is the starting 11 that I would put out if I was David Moyes in charge of West Ham United. Fabianski in goal, with the back four of Soufal, Ogbonna, Mavropanos and Emerson. Alvarez and Souček in the defensive midfield positions, with Kudus, Paquetá and Cornet in the midfield, supporting Bowen up front. Now, as you can see, I've gone from a kind of a hodgepodge of a 4-2-3-1. It's more of a 4-1-4-1, which is the formation that's really helped us over the last few weeks. That's why Souček is a little bit further forward. More than likely, it's going to be James Ward-Prowse in that position. But as he played in certain guises in the League Cup, etc., I would have him on the bench and bring him on as a sub. I'd bring on Ben Rama as a sub for that matter as well, and I'll bring Antonio on as a sub and have him and Bowen up front instead of bringing on the useless waste of space that is Danny Ings. But as always, guys, put your comments in the comment section below. The full-time thoughts will be going up at some point on Thursday for the Olympiacos game, and I'll be trying to do the preview for the next league game, which is Notts Forest, if I remember correctly. So guys, in the meantime, look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now.